Alrighty. Welcome everyone. Hello, hello. We are back for some more work on the 7 layers of hell. So, we have our 7 layers. We came up with the leaders of them, which I'm down for. We need to do the inhabitants and the information, and kind of figure out what we're going to do for... Yeah, I'm down for that. The overall, I think, is what we'll call this. What do we layer? Ignavia, yeah, heading up for. All. Okay. I misspelled overall, but we're gonna fix that in a minute. Boop. All right, there we go. So we've got some of the factions in general that we'll be talking more about. But let's start working on some of the 7 layers of hell. We haven't really had a chance to jump into them. So we know the inhabitants of the layer of envy. We actually hadn't named any of these yet. We'd only done Ignavia and Fastus. So we actually need to do the others. So alright, let's see what envy is. Let's first off switch these. Secondly, let's go back to our Latin translation. And let's see what we get. NVIDIA. I like, was that Livor? I like Livor more on this one. Livor. The first layer of hell. Those who live in the envy layer of the 7 tend to be the weakest or strongest with no middle ground. Starting with the weakest are the souls who were sent to this layer after committing enough crimes in their lifetime to have or that were based purely around envy. What's going on right now in the Discord? Alright. We'll see what they say. That were based purely around envy, such as... okay. With the most common being cutting down another in business or at home to make themselves feel larger or better than the other soul. For those, here, one sec. These are considered the weakest of the 7 sins, and thus many of these souls or demons and devils who remain on this layer are typically due to their weakness to go further down. For those of the strongest, this is due to the fact that many stronger devils and demons enjoy coming to the top layer to feed on easier souls, as well as little competition from any of the local devils and demons, as they are far weaker than any from the other layers. As well as many souls who have found themselves further down tend to attempt retreat to this layer to avoid having themselves consumed by the local inhabitants, thus giving them a chance to become devils or demons in their own right, and claiming territory on this layer. Notable locations. So I think we'll do notable locations last, because I think that's gonna be like map making work, I think, overall, that we're gonna have to do. So let's do a lust. I like this. I don't like that Greeks combine it, but I do like Cupidus. Okay, so Cupidis. We'll take it one at a time. Cupidis. Ditas. Cupidus, the second layer. Okay. Those of this layer tend to have been extremely ambitious, with a lust for power or something outside of their reach. Many are envious for those who had what they wanted and spent their entire lives lusting after. The devils and demons of this layer tend to be rather high ranked. Okay. The devils and demons of this layer tend to be rather high-ranked magic casters, favoring the bardic schools of magic, and are even noted to have developed the spell. Oh, I forgot what it was. It was like gender something from D&D Beyond. D&D. There we go. Let's look. It was one of my creations, something veto, I know that. It's gonna be over here probably. Yes, genus Verto. Okay, let me put that down. Genus Verto. A spell that lets you swap your gender at will. This was based on the design of the succubus and incubus from this layer. Let's see. I can't think of anything else that would be known for this inhabitants off the top of my head. I will put this, what it would be, Grand Brothel. Yeah. Do we have Italian in here? I'd imagine we do, but you never know. Yeah, Italian. Let's try Italian real quick. Grand Bordello. Yeah, okay, we're gonna use that. Grand Bordello. The largest and most, what's the word I'm looking for? Accommodating. There we go. Dating brothel in the known universe. All interests are welcome, and no customer is ever refused. However, it is said that once you enter, your soul belongs to the Bungrum who runs this brothel, and that once your lust is satiated, you become a worker who must satiate others. Alright. There we go. Alright, gluttony is next. Gola. I'm okay with Gola. Oh, wait, we want Latin for this, yeah. Gula. I mean, I'm down with Gula, yeah. Gula. Actually, the local inhabitants known to either are known unlike other layers where many bosses and decent ranking and ranked demons and devils may control territory. Local inhabitants, unlike other layers where many of the bosses in this case do not. It seems that Bungrum and Leo Jor both rule this realm with a no sharing policy, which in many demons and devils from the lower levels have attempted to take control and been squashed and forced into servitude of one of the two lords of this layer. I had a feeling I'd spelt that wrong. Okay. That's fine. And then we're actually gonna do ooh, do they not have? Okay. Magnus Liber. I like that. Magnus Liber. Directly translating into common as Grand Brothel. Okay. The second largest library and knowledge collection in the known universe, the Magnus Liber translates directly in common to the big book, a name gained as the leader Leo Jor rules through a large book at the top of a grand demonic cathedral like library, in which he collects all knowledge of every soul who passes the second layer of Moors. Okay, and each page is then magically collected to be minimized into smaller books for the reading of his officers sworn to protect this library, no matter the cost. almost. Okay. I love that I spelled. There we go. Gula. Known inhabitants. One of the only layers of Moors in which less than 1,000 souls at any time exist, due to both Alluvia, who has set up a massive circle in which most souls are immediately absorbed, and grants their life force to the Great Lich. And the other half is ruled by a giant who is said to eat everything that comes within his territory. Those unfortunate enough to stand in between the two territories are able to squeak out a small life by granting shelter to lesser souls who manage to either climb their way down or up to this layer. It is said even souls from the 7th layer cannot stand up to these two rulers and their massive appetites. Oh, my rice is done. Perfect. For notable locations, we'll call it Savior's Rock. Salvatore's Rock. Alright. Salvatore's Rock. A place known as the only shelter in the northern portion of Guto, or what was it? Gula. Gula. A simple mountain stronghold that has been taken over by local demons to offer safe passage between the layers of Moors in exchange for minor portions of a soul of the customer's soul. This is the only known location to offer safe passage, and the owner / ruler has never been seen outside of his main officer. Alright. For Wrath, let's see. Ira is the easiest one. Iracondia is probably better though. Iracondia, right? Condia. Yeah, okay. Let's see. The Realm of Wrath, as it translates to, is said to be home to many a warrior, a great warrior. Thus, this lair is well known for brute force way of thinking, with most souls being enslaved by either Mescus to work in his hell mines until the soul finally surrenders itself to be consumed, or work in Arden's training yards until the souls are broken of their will to live and are consumed by Arden himself. This lair is famous for its fighters and barbarians who come to perfect not only their soul's strength, but the opportunity to prove their strength above all others by making out alive, though none to this day have managed to move or to return to the living world. Okay. And I think we'll save greed and pride for later. I think so. I think we'll do that on the next video, tomorrow basically. Mostly because I haven't thought of anything else I want to add to this yet. So, it's just some things that don't come to knowledge. Let's update this though. And we will eventually be doing the 7 virtuous realms as well for the domain of paradise. So, be prepared for that. That's heading to 7 layers of the virtuous. Which I spelled that wrong. Okay. This should be heading 3. Because that's heading 2. Yep. And we'll come up with those later. I think that'll add to it though. And give us some more stuff. We'll probably be doing a bunch with Abaddon later. And probably working on that. And then we'll probably work on the other domains. So, as we work up stuff. But, thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. And I will see you on the next one.